Hello everyone, Jennifer Maker here. It is a beautiful day to make something together. One of the questions I get a lot, especially around this time of the year, is how to layer permanent vinyl. I know many people love to make ornaments and gifts with layered vinyl, so it comes up a lot. Layering vinyl can be tough. You try to line up everything just right, but it's always off by just a little bit. And then before you can pull it back up and adjust it, it's stuck and the design is ruined. It can be super frustrating, but it doesn't have to be that way. There is a really cool trick that practically guarantees perfect placement every time. It is a true game changer. You won't believe how easy it is, and it will save you so much time and materials. So come with me so I can show you how to layer vinyl the easy way. To show you how to layer vinyl the easy way, I'm going to put some layered vinyl designs on these 24-ounce color-changing cups. These cups are so cool. Wait until you see what they look like when we add a cold drink and some ice. The link to where I found these color-changing cups is in this video's description. So for this tutorial, I am using permanent adhesive vinyl in an assortment of colors, along with some standard grip transfer tape. Do not use strong grip transfer tape unless you're also using something textured like glitter vinyl. This is really important because you'll just want to go nuts because it'll be hard to get off the transfer tape. Now you can cut your vinyl on any cutting machine, including a Cricut Joy, but today I'm going to show you how to do it on a Cricut Maker 3. We'll use our fine point blade that comes with the Cricut, a green standard grip cutting mat, a weeding tool, a scraper, and a brayer. You'll also want to have some scissors handy as well. That will come in really useful, and I'll explain that. The other really important thing that you need to have, the thing that makes the magic happen, is parchment paper, just like this. I will show you exactly how that works in this tutorial. So let me show you where to get these super cute animal designs free so you can practice your layering, and then how to layer vinyl the easy way. Step 1, get my free layered animal designs. To get them, go to jennifermaker.com/355 and look for libraries in the red bar at the top. Then either click Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. You can find the designs by searching the page for design number 355. And then click it to download a zip file with SVG files for cutting on a Cricut or another cutting machine, DXF files, and printable PDFs for cutting by hand. I'm going to show you how to do these layer designs with a Cricut cutting machine. First, upload the SVG cut file to Cricut Design Space. If you're not sure how to do this, go to jennifermaker.com/svgs to learn how. Here's what my layered animal designs look like in Cricut Design Space. Step 2. Prepare your designs. My layered animal designs are ready to make, but I'm including several options for you in the preparation steps. Option number 1. You can choose to make the layered animal designs just as they are and layer them with parchment paper. Option 2. You can add registration marks in Cricut Design Space to assist with layering your vinyl designs. And option 3, you can add a personalization to your cup, along with any of the cute designs. I'm going to show you how to design your own layered personalization with the offset feature in Cricut Design Space. So first decide on what designs you want to make. If you don't want to make them all, click on Ungroup above the Layers panel. Then you can hide or delete any of the designs that you don't want by clicking on the eye icon next to the design in the Layers panel. If you're going with option 1, the parchment paper method, without personalization, you are ready to click Make It. We'll go over that part in just a bit, but first I want to show you the other two options. First, let's talk about how to add registration marks to help layer vinyl. If you don't already know, a registration mark is an added shape to each layer of a design to help guide you in perfectly aligning multiple layers. It sounds a little complicated, but I promise it isn't. And remember, you don't have to add registration marks to the designs to layer them. I just like to explain all of the different layering techniques so you understand that there are several ways to do this, and you might find that you prefer one over the other. To show you how to add registration marks, I'm going to use the raccoon as my example. So if you haven't already, I recommend clicking Ungroup. If you plan to make more than one animal design, I recommend working with just one at a time, so we'll hide the others so it's not confusing. Click on the raccoon and pull it off to the side. Then click and drag a bounding box over the rest of the designs. Click on Group at the top of the Layers panel, and then click on the eye icon next to the word Group in the Layers panel to hide them all. This way they're still there if you want to work with them later on. Now with just your one design on the canvas, select it and click Ungroup. For this cute little creature, we have 4 layers to work with. So click on Shapes over on the left and select the star. I'm going to use a star for the registration mark. I think the best place to add the registration marks will be between the head and tail on the right. You can place yours wherever you think works best. Now click and drag the resize handle on the lower right of the bounding box to make the star smaller. Let's also zoom in a little closer here so we can see everything a little better. To zoom in, look on the bottom left of the canvas where you should see 100% with a minus sign to the left and a plus sign to the right. Click on the plus sign until it is zoomed in where you can see it better. Since we have 4 layers, we need to duplicate the star so we have 1 star for each layer. If the star isn't selected, select it and click Duplicate above the Layers panel. You can also right-click and select Duplicate. So duplicate it 3 times so that you have 4 stars total. The stars may duplicate on top of each other. To check to make sure that you have 4, just look in the Layers panel. Then click and drag them to separate them out so that you can see all 4. Next, we will need to change our stars so each one matches the color of one of the layers. Select one of the stars and click on the Color menu at the top. It's the box next to where you see Operation on the top menu. You'll notice that all of the colors in your designs, even the ones that are hidden, are included in the top layers here. That's a very helpful feature in Cricut Design Space, so you can keep your colors consistent if you add anything to your design. Since the raccoon is the only thing visible on our canvas, the 4 colors in this design are the first 4 in the top row. Let's select gray to match the raccoon's body. Repeat the steps to change the other 3 stars to white, black, and pink. Once you have 1 star for each color of your layers, we need to align our stars. So we will select all 4 stars. You can do this by holding down the Shift key and clicking on each of the stars in the Layers panel on the right to highlight them one at a time. Now click on Align and choose Center. Next, click and drag all 4 stars to the area just between the raccoon's head and tail on the right. We now need to attach each star with the layer it goes with. Since you can see only one of them, we'll use the Layers panel for this part. Select the gray star in the Layers panel and the gray outline of the raccoon. You may have to scroll down a bit to find the raccoon's body. Hold the Shift key and select the outline. Now, with only the 2 layers selected, click Attach. This tells the cutting machine to cut the star and the outline on the same layer, and they are now on the top of the Layers panel. Did the rest of your layers just disappear? Don't worry, your gray layer became the topmost layer, and we just need to arrange our layers to see the rest of our design again. With the gray layer still selected, click Arrange on the top menu and Send to Back. Voila! There is your cute little animal. It is important to note that this will happen with each layer we attach. Each layer that gets attached will automatically move to the topmost layer, so if that doesn't bother you, you really don't have to send it to the back. The other layers will move forward as we work through the attachments. Next, select both the white star and the white raccoon markings, and again, click Attach. We don't want to send that all the way to the back because then it would hide behind that gray layer. It's okay that it covered some of the black because we're going to select our next layers from the Layers panel. Remember, each layer that we attach will become the topmost layer. Select the pink layer and the pink star and click Attach. Black is up next. Just like before, select the black star and the layer with the black raccoon markings and click Attach. If you attached your layers in the same order I did, your raccoon should be layered correctly so that you can see the design as it should be. If anything is hiding behind another layer, select the layer and use Arrange, Move Forward, or Move Back to align everything correctly. You can follow these steps to add registration marks to any of the other designs or any designs that you ever want to make. All right, so next I'm going to show you how to add some personalization. Click the text icon on the left to open a text box. Type your desired personalization. I'm going to add my daughter's name, Alexa, to my cup. Once the name is typed, click on the font menu at the top to change your font. I'm going to use Tingler Script, one of my favorite fonts that I got from fontbundles.net, for this personalization. You can use any font you want. If you want to upload your favorite font to Cricut Design Space, I can help with that. Just go to jennifermaker.com/fonts for a tutorial and video that walks you through the process step by step. Once your font is selected, let's add an offset. At the time of making this tutorial, offset is a beta feature and only available in Cricut Design Space for desktop. Adding the offset is completely optional. You can choose to just add the personalization as a single layer. With your text layer selected, click on Offset on the top menu. You will see a preview outline of the offset layer. I'm changing my distance measurement to 0.15 inches by typing that number into the box. You can also slide the distance bar to preview and select your desired offset look. You can make it as small or as large as you like. When you're happy with the preview, click Apply. The offset color automatically defaults to black. Feel free to change it to whatever color you like. I'm going to keep my name gray and change the offset to white. To do this, click on the new offset layer in the Layers panel, then click on the color box and choose white. If you aren't happy with the offset, you can always undo or delete the offset layer and try again. Next, we need to size our personalization so that it fits well on our cups. If you're using the same cup as me, I am making the name 4 inches wide to leave a margin near the bottom and near the lid. With both the name and the offset selected, make sure to keep the lock locked so it will maintain the correct proportions. Type 4 into the width box in the top menu under Size. And remember, if you mess up, you can always click the left arrow on the far left side of the top menu to go back a step, so no worries. Lastly, with the name and offset selected, I'm going to place it vertically or up and down on the side of the cup. Step 3. Cut and prepare your vinyl designs. Once you have the designs and personalizations that you want to make, select your machine in the upper right corner and click Make It. If you're using a Maker 3, Explorer 3, or a Joy, you will be asked if you're cutting your designs without a mat, with a mat, or multiple ways. Just a reminder that only Cricut Smart Vinyl can be cut without a mat. I will be using Cricut Premium Permanent Vinyl on my Maker 3, so I will select On Mat and click Continue. There is nothing to change on the next screen, so you can simply click Continue in the lower right corner. If you're cutting multiple designs, you may have a lot of pieces for different animal designs on one mat. On this screen, you can click and drag elements to allow for more spacing in between them. Once your mats are set up as you'd like, click Continue. As I said, I'm using Cricut Premium Permanent Vinyl for all of my designs. If you don't see it in your favorites or popular options, click on Browse All Materials and search for it. Once you have it selected, I always recommend applying more pressures for the cleanest cut. You are ready to place your vinyl on your green standard grip machine mat with the pretty side up. The liner goes against the mat. So insert your mat into your Cricut and press the load button. And then once it's all loaded, press the flashing button to begin cutting. When your mat is finished cutting, press Unload and remove the mat from your Cricut. Flip your mat over onto your work surface and carefully peel the mat away from your vinyl. Apply your next piece of vinyl to your mat, load it, and cut your next sheet. Again, when it's done, unload it, flip it over, and peel the mat away from the vinyl. Doing it this way prevents any curling or ripping. Repeat these steps until you cut all layers of your vinyl. And then once all your vinyl is cut, grab your weeding tool and carefully begin pulling away all of the excess vinyl from the designs. Remember to go slow, be patient, and be careful with all of those small features. Step 4. How to layer your vinyl design. Now the fun part. You'll be amazed at how simple it is to layer your vinyl designs. I will first show you how to layer your designs with parchment paper. If you have multiple layers that cut on the same sheet of weeded vinyl for different designs, you'll want to use your scissors to cut those sections apart first. In this example, I will show you how to layer vinyl with the fox design. Keep in mind the steps are basically the same for all of the designs. Your bottom layer will be the outline of your animal. For the fox, the orange layer is the bottommost layer. We don't need to do anything with this since we're applying all layers on top of this one. Next comes the maize yellow layer. So cut a piece of transfer tape slightly larger than your design. Remove the backing from the transfer tape and apply the transfer tape to your vinyl by holding the transfer tape in the shape of a taco, so a U shape, and then put the bottom of your taco onto the middle of your vinyl design. Use your scraper to smooth the tape over the decal from the center outward. This minimizes wrinkles and bubbles. It's important to scrape it well to transfer the vinyl decal. Now flip your vinyl over and gently peel away the backing from your vinyl. You can use your scraper tool to help you with any difficult areas. Once the vinyl backing is removed, you'll need your parchment paper. So cut a piece about the same size as your layer design and place your second layer of vinyl on the parchment paper with a small area of transfer tape still exposed. That's important. The beauty of parchment paper is that you can see through it to perfectly align your vinyl design. So just line it up and press the exposed section of transfer tape onto the bottom layer of vinyl. With one hand applying a little pressure to keep the transfer tape in place, use your other hand to lift the second layer and gently remove the parchment paper. And once your parchment paper is removed, continue to press on the section of transfer tape that was exposed. This will help keep everything aligned. Now gently lower your second layer, keeping the transfer in place. Use your small scraper to burnish the second layer onto that first layer perfectly. Now gently peel away your transfer tape and admire your first two combined layers. Next, we'll apply our dark brown vinyl with the face and whiskers. Again, fold your transfer tape like a taco and align it over your next layer. Use your scraper to adhere the transfer tape to the vinyl. Gently peel away your vinyl backing and place your vinyl onto your parchment paper. Again, be sure to leave a section of transfer tape exposed. When you have it just right, press and hold down on the exposed section of transfer tape. And gently lift the vinyl and remove the parchment paper. Continue with the same process until all layers of your animal are in place. For the fox, you'll need to add the white fur and pink cheeks. These two sections don't overlap, so it doesn't matter which one you apply next or last. Once your last layer is applied, you can leave the transfer tape in place to protect the vinyl until you're ready to apply it to your cup. You can use the same technique to perfectly layer your personalization. Remember to weed away all excess vinyl from your offset and personalized name. Fold your transfer tape like a taco and lay it on your personalized name layer, just like before. Then gently spread your transfer tape over the vinyl and use your small scraper to burnish the transfer tape onto the vinyl. Remove the backing from the vinyl and grab a piece of parchment paper. Place your personalized name on the parchment paper with a small section of the transfer tape still exposed. Remember, this little exposed section helps it stick to the next layer and the cup. Align your personalized layer over the offset layer. Once you have it right, pull away the parchment paper and press the personalization to the offset layer. Now burnish the personalization layer onto the offset layer. Gently remove the backing of the vinyl from the offset layer. If you are a little hesitant on your placement of the personalization, you can use parchment paper for this step too. Once the backing is removed, lay your design over a piece of parchment paper. Like before, leave a small section of transfer tape exposed to help you position the design, and then align your design on your cup. Once you have your personalization in the perfect place, press down on the exposed section of transfer tape to hold the position. Gently remove the parchment paper. How fun and easy was layering with parchment paper? This is definitely my go-to for all layered vinyl designs. If you're not ready for this technique and prefer to layer your vinyl with registration marks, I've got you covered. So let me show you how to layer with the help of registration marks. We will use the raccoon design for this part. Your bottom layer will be the gray outline of the raccoon. We don't need to do anything with this since we're applying all layers on top of this one. Next comes the white layer. Place a piece of transfer tape slightly larger than your design onto it. Remove the backing from the transfer tape. Once the vinyl backing is removed, we'll carefully line it up, focusing on our star registration mark alignment. With your stars aligned, gently press the white layer onto the gray layer of vinyl. Use your small scraper to burnish the second layer onto the first layer. And with the transfer tape in place, gently peel away your transfer tape and admire your first two combined layers. Aren't these awesome? Next, we'll apply our black vinyl layer with the face and tail stripes. Again, fold your transfer tape like a taco and align it over your next layer. Use your scraper to adhere the transfer tape to the vinyl. Gently peel away your vinyl backing and align your black star with the white star from the second layer. When you have it just right, gently press the black layer in place. Use your small scraper to burnish the third layer. Lastly, we have to apply the pink ears. Just like before, apply your transfer tape onto your last layer. Use your small scraper to burnish the vinyl to your tape. Flip your vinyl over and gently peel away the backing. Once the vinyl backing is removed, carefully align the star on top of the others to help perfectly place your ears. Use your scraper to burnish the last layer. When you have applied the last one, you can leave the transfer tape in place until you're ready to apply your layered vinyl to your cup. And there you have it, a beautifully layered vinyl design with registration marks. Step 5, apply your design and show it off. If you didn't leave your transfer tape over your design, you'll want to reapply it. Use your small scraper to make sure it is well adhered. Gently pull away the backing of the vinyl and be sure to peel off the stars that we used as registration marks and apply your design to the cup. I eyeballed my design placement near the center of the cup. Use your small scraper to burnish the design onto your cup. Follow the same steps for adding your name. And there you have it. You have a successfully layered vinyl. And the more you practice, the better you'll get. The best part is that you can use this technique to apply layered vinyl to all sorts of things. Now, if you use the same cups I did, these cups do something really fun. They change color when a cold drink is added. It gives the cup a completely different look. It is so cool. Let me show you what I mean. These adorable cups will last the longest if you hand wash them. I would not put them in the dishwasher. It's also important to point out that the permanent adhesive vinyl that we're using does not need to be sealed. I can't wait to see all of your awesome layered vinyl designs. Now, if you have any questions about layering vinyl that I didn't answer in this tutorial, or questions about using these cool color changing cups that I can answer, please let me know. Just leave your question below this video or ask over in my awesome Cricut Crafters group at jennifermaker.com/CricutCrafters. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.